My name is Sam. I am a student of English. I study in London. I like my school. I like my teacher. I like my classmates. We speak English every day. I learn many things. I enjoy the lessons. I enjoy my job. I enjoy my new life. But I want more. I want to visit a new place. I want to learn in a new country. I want to meet new people. I want to learn new things. I want to see the world. One day, I see a blog. The blog is about schools in Asia. One school is in Bangladesh. I read about it. It looks interesting. The school has good reviews. The teachers are nice. The students are friendly. I want to know more. I ask my teacher about Bangladesh. She smiles. She says, "It is a beautiful country. It is full of culture. It is full of stories. You will like it." She tells me it is a good idea. She says I can learn a lot there. She says, when you go to a new place, you learn faster. You speak more. You listen more. You grow more. I think about it all day. I read more about the school. I watch videos. I see students from different countries. They speak English. They smile. They are happy. I feel excited. I feel ready. I talk to my family. I tell them my plan. My mother is surprised. My father is quiet. They don't know much about Bangladesh. They ask questions. I answer. I show them pictures. I show them the school. I show them the city. They see I am serious. They see I am happy. They say, "Okay." I buy a ticket. I fill out the forms. I pack my bag. I put in clothes, books, and my English journal. I check everything twice. I cannot sleep the night before. I am nervous. I am excited. My heart beats fast. In the morning, I go to the airport. I take a deep breath. I think, this is real. I am going. The flight is long. I sit near a window. I see clouds. I see the sky. I think about my future. I think about my goal. I want to speak English well. I want to learn more. I want to live my dream. I land in Dhaka. It is the capital of Bangladesh. It is big. It is loud. It is hot. I step outside. I feel the warm air. I hear many sounds. I see many people. Some people smile at me. Some people try to help me. I take a taxi. The driver speaks some English. He is kind. He says, "Welcome to Bangladesh." I smile. He tells me about the city. He says the food is spicy. He says the people are friendly. He says the roads are busy. He laughs. I laugh too. We drive for 1 hour. I see shops, buses, and rickshaws. I see schools and tea stalls. I see women in bright dresses. I see boys playing cricket. Everything is new. Everything is different. Everything is interesting. I arrive at my new school. The building is small, but it looks nice. There is a garden. There are flowers. There are students. They look at me. I wave. They wave back. A lady opens the door. She is my host mother. She smiles. She says, "Hello, Sam. Welcome." I feel safe. I feel happy. I feel at home. She shows me my room. It is small but clean. There is a bed. There is a desk. There is a fan. I put my bag down. I sit on the bed. I look around. I say to myself, I am here. She gives me food. It smells good. I try it. It tastes different, but I like it. We talk. She speaks slowly. I understand her. She helps me with words. I write them in my notebook. I feel tired. I say thank you. I go to sleep. I think about the next day. I will go to class. I will meet my teacher. I will meet new friends. I will speak more English. I will learn more. I close my eyes. I feel calm. I feel proud. This is my new start. This is my new life. Chapter 2. My first day in school. The sun is up. The sky is blue. I wake up early. I take a shower. I wear clean clothes. I feel fresh. I feel ready. I eat breakfast. There is bread. There is egg. There is tea. It is nice. I say thank you. My host mother smiles. I walk to school. The road is quiet. I see birds. I see trees. I see a boy with a kite. I see a girl with a book. I come to the gate. The school is open. A man says hello. I say hello back. I go inside. The teacher waits near the door. She wears glasses. She is kind. She says, "Good morning." I say, "Good morning." We go to the class. It is small. It is clean. There are chairs. There is a board. There are pictures on the wall. I sit down. Other students enter. They smile at me. I smile too. A boy says, "Where are you from?" I say, "London." He says, "Welcome." The teacher starts the class. She speaks clearly. I understand her words. She asks us to introduce ourselves. One girl says, "My name is Farah. I am from Chittagong." One boy says, "My name is Rafi. I like cricket." Now it is my turn. I say, "My name is Sam. I am from London. I love English." Everyone claps. I feel good. We begin a game. The teacher gives us words. We make sentences. The class is fun. We laugh, we learn, we speak. Later, the teacher writes a story. She reads it slowly. We listen. We ask questions. We answer in English. The story is simple. A man loses his hat. The wind takes it. He runs after it. He gets it back. We all laugh. Then we read aloud, one by one. I read too. My voice is clear. The teacher helps with hard words. She says, "Speak every day. Read every day. You will improve." She tells us about reading. She says, "Read stories you like. Read what makes you smile. It helps you remember words." I ask, "Can I read online?" She says, "Yes. Just read what you enjoy. It can be news. It can be comics. It can be tales." We talk about learning words. The teacher says, "Do not write lists. Do not try to memorize. Just read more." She shows us how. She reads. She sees a new word. She checks the meaning. She moves on. "This is enough," she says. The class ends. The teacher says, "Good job." We say, "Thank you." I feel happy. I feel smart. After school, I go outside. The sun is bright. The air is warm. A boy walks beside me. He says, "Do you like the class?" I say, "Yes, very much." We talk. We walk. He is funny. He is nice. His name is Imran. He lives nearby. He likes to draw. I reach my house. I see my host mother. She says, "How was school?" I say, "It was great." I sit at my desk. I take out my notebook. I write the new words. I write what I did. I draw a smiley face. In the evening, I read a small book. It is about a dog and a cat. It is easy. It is cute. I learn new words. I write them down. Before bed, I think in English. I say, I went to school. I met friends. I spoke English. I am happy. I sleep early. I dream about class. I dream about words. I dream about stories. Today was good. Tomorrow will be better. I go to Bangladesh to learn. And I am learning. Chapter 3. I hear and I speak. It is a quiet morning. I eat rice and eggs. I drink warm milk. The fan spins slowly. I feel calm. I feel ready. Today I want to speak more. I want to say more. I want to learn how to talk like the people here. I reach school. The sky is clear. The road is dry. The children smile. I wave at them. My teacher smiles at me. She says, "Good morning." I say, "Good to see you." She laughs. I laugh too. We begin the class. The topic today is sound. The teacher writes 3 words. She says them slowly. We repeat after her. She says, "Copy me." We do it. We say it again. We try hard. We get better. Then she plays a short video. The speaker talks slowly. The speaker is clear. We listen. We copy. The teacher says, "This is shadowing." I ask, "What is that?" She says, "Repeat what you hear. Say it just after. Use the same tone." She shows with a video. We watch, we listen, we speak with the speaker. It feels strange. My mouth feels tired, but I like it. It helps me speak better. The teacher says, "Do this at home too." She says, "Choose short videos. Speak like the speaker. Do not stop." I want to try more. I ask, "Can I use songs?" She says, "Yes, but not too fast." I say, "Okay." After the video, we read a small text. The teacher reads first. We follow. I listen to her voice. I try to copy it. Then we play a fun game. One student says a word. The next makes a sentence. We go around the class. I say, "Banana." The next says, "I eat a banana." The next says, "The banana is yellow." We all laugh. The teacher claps. She says, "Well done." I feel good. I want to speak more. She says, "Speak at home. Speak when alone. Speak with friends. Speak with yourself." A girl from class says, "I speak to my mirror." I smile. That is funny, but also smart. After class, I go to the market. I want to buy tea. I try to speak to the shopkeeper. I say, "I need tea." He smiles. He helps me. I say, "Thank you." He says, "You are welcome." I walk back. A small boy greets me. He says, "Hello?" I say, "Hi. How are you?" He runs away laughing. At home, I sit in my room. I open my phone. I find a video with simple English. I play it. I speak with the speaker. I say, "Hello, my name is Sam." I say, "I live in Bangladesh." I say, "I like to speak English." I do it for 10 minutes. My mouth is tired again, but my words are better now. Later, my host brother comes in. He says, "What are you doing?" I say, "Shadowing." He laughs. He says, "Good job." I show him the video. He joins me. We both speak with the voice. It is fun. At night, I look in the mirror. I say, "I can speak." I say, "I am learning." I say, "I am not afraid." I go to bed. I feel proud. I feel strong. I feel new. In Bangladesh, I do not just listen. I speak. I practice. I grow. Chapter 4. I try to speak more. It is Thursday. The sun is hot. I drink some water. I walk to class slowly. The streets are busy. People move fast. I see a man with fruit. He sells bananas. I buy 2. I reach school. I go inside. I see my friends. We smile. We sit down. Our teacher enters the room. She looks happy. She says, "Today we speak." She points to the board. She writes 4 words. She reads them. We repeat. Then she says, "Work in pairs." We choose partners. I sit with a boy from Nepal. His name is Ravi. We ask each other questions. He says, "Where are you from?" I say, "I am from London." I ask, "Do you like Bangladesh?" He says, "Yes, I like the people." We talk for 10 minutes. I like the exercise. It helps me speak more. Then our teacher stops us. She says, "Now speak alone." I feel nervous. I stand up. I say, "My name is Sam. I learn English. I want to speak well. I want to travel." My voice shakes a little, but I keep going. The class listens. I see smiles. They clap when I finish. I feel proud. Monica, a student from Italy, also speaks. She speaks clearly. Her words are easy to hear. The teacher asks, "Monica, how did you learn this?" She says, "I speak at home. I think in English." I do not know what she means. I ask, "What is think in English?" Monica smiles. She says, "It means I say my thoughts. I say them out loud." She gives an example. "I am hungry. I go to the kitchen. I make food." She says it aloud, like talking to herself. The teacher says, "This is called thinking aloud." She tells us, "This helps your brain. It helps your mouth. It helps your ideas." I decide to try. I walk to the window. I say, "I see trees. I see birds. I like this place. It feels strange, but also fun." Our teacher says, "Do this every day." She says, "It will help you a lot." I think about her words. I want to learn fast. I want to speak well. After school, I walk home. On the way, I think aloud. I say, "I go home now." The weather is nice. I feel happy. I see a boy with a kite. I say, the kite is red. It flies high. A man hears me. He looks at me. I smile. I say, I learn English. He nods. At home, I speak more. I say, I take off my shoes. I go to my room. I open the window. It becomes easy. At dinner, I help in the kitchen. I say, I wash the plates. I serve the food. I sit down. My host's sister laughs. She says, Are you talking to yourself? I say, I practice English. She says, Good job. Later, I go to bed. I turn off the light. I whisper, I feel better. My English is growing. I close my eyes. I feel peace. I feel ready for tomorrow. In Bangladesh, I speak to others. I speak to myself. I speak to learn. Chapter 5. I learn grammar naturally. It is Friday morning. The sky is gray. I wear my jacket. I walk to school. The road is wet. It rained at night. I step over small puddles. At school, the classroom is warm. I see my teacher. She smiles and says, Let's begin. A student raises her hand. She says, I don't understand grammar. I make mistakes when I speak. The teacher says, That is okay. You don't have to study grammar too much. You can learn it in a simple way. I listen. I want to learn too. I do not like grammar rules. They confuse me. Our teacher explains more. She says, When you read stories, you see good grammar. When you speak, you use what you read. That is how children learn. She tells us about a website. It has grammar rules in 3 levels. She writes the name on the board. It is called Grammar in Levels. She says, This is for people who want to speak. You don't need big words. You need clear ideas. I feel happy. I like reading. I already read every day. Now I know it helps my grammar too. Another student says, But what if I want to take a test? The teacher says, Then you must study more. You must know the rules. You must practice for the test. She says some exams are hard. She says, Find past test papers. Read them. Learn the way they ask questions. Then try again and again. I write this in my notebook. I don't need a test now, but I may want it later. Then our teacher says something I like. She says, You can also use shadowing to learn grammar. We already know this word. Shadowing means speaking after a voice. It is like copying the speaker. She says, When you copy full sentences, you use grammar the right way. You don't think, you don't study, you just speak. I like this idea. I already try shadowing. Now I know it helps with grammar too. After class, I sit in the library. I open a book. The story is easy. I enjoy it. I see good grammar in the book. I read slowly. I say the sentences in my mind. Some words are new. I look them up. I don't write them down. I just read more. The story is about a boy. He lives near a river. He goes fishing. He sells the fish. He helps his family. The sentences are short. The story is nice. I finish 3 pages. I feel proud. In the evening I go home. My host family is in the living room. They watch TV. I sit with them. I try to listen. The actors speak fast. I don't catch every word, but I follow the story. The man on the screen says, "You didn't tell me the truth." I repeat the sentence in my mind. Later, I say it out loud. I say it again. I try the voice. I try the speed. It feels good. I am learning. I learn by doing. I learn by using. At night, I go to my room. I open the grammar website. I read a few rules. They are short. They have examples. I read them once, then I close the page. I don't want to study too long. I speak to myself. I say, I want to speak better. I read more. I shadow more. I speak more. I turn off the light. I feel calm. I feel sure. My grammar is getting better, but I don't study hard. I just read, listen, speak, and copy. That is my way. Chapter 6. Speaking Naturally. It's a sunny Saturday. I wake up early. The sun shines through the window. I feel excited because today I will practice speaking. I get ready. I eat breakfast. My host family sits with me. They talk, but I just listen. I try to catch every word. After breakfast, I go outside. I meet my friend Rana. She is also learning English. We talk about our day. I tell her, I will go to the market later. She says, I will go with you. We walk to the market. I look around. There are many shops. I see vegetables, fruits, and toys. People are talking. I listen to them. They speak quickly, but I understand some words. Rana says, I want to buy tomatoes. I say, I will buy bananas. We laugh. We go to the stall. The seller asks, how many tomatoes do you want? Rana says, 2 kilos, please. I try to speak. I say, I want 5 bananas. The seller smiles. He says, here you go. Rana and I leave the market. I feel proud. I spoke to the seller. It was simple, but it was real. On the way home, I think about how I can improve. I don't want to sound perfect. I just want to speak clearly. When I return home, I sit down. I open my phone. I find a video of a person speaking English. I watch the video. I listen carefully. The speaker talks about his trip to another country. He uses simple words, but his voice is strong. I like the way he speaks. It is clear, but not too fast. I say to myself, I want to speak like him. I try to copy the way he speaks. I repeat the sentences after him. I listen again. I try to match his voice. After a few minutes, I feel good. I don't care if my grammar is perfect. I care if my voice sounds clear. I care if my ideas make sense. In the evening, my host family invites me to dinner. We sit together at the table. The food smells good. My host father asks, how was your day? I smile and say, it was great. I went to the market with my friend. He looks happy. He says, good. Keep practicing. I feel good when they understand me. It makes me want to speak more. Later, I go to my room. I open my book. I read a few pages. I see some new words. I don't worry about them. I just read. I remember what the teacher said. You don't need to study too hard. You learn by doing. I close the book and look out the window. The sun is setting. I think about my day. I feel happy. Tomorrow I will speak more. I will listen more. I will keep improving. Chapter 7. Practicing with others. Today I wake up with a sense of excitement. It's another day to practice my English. I know the more I speak, the better I'll get. I start my day with a cup of tea. I sit by the window and think about how much I've learned so far. It feels good to speak a little more every day. Later, I meet my friend, Ahmed. He's been learning English for a while, too. We decide to practice together. We sit at a park bench. I say, "Let's talk about our hobbies." Ahmed smiles and agrees. I ask him, "What do you like to do in your free time?" He answers, "I love playing soccer and reading books." I nod and say, "I like reading too. I also enjoy hiking." We talk more about soccer. Ahmed tells me about his favorite team. I listen closely, trying to catch every word. Then, I share a little about hiking in the mountains. Ahmed asks, "Where do you go hiking?" I think for a moment. "I go to the hills near my house. It's peaceful there." He smiles. Sounds nice. It's a simple conversation, but it feels good. We're practicing and helping each other. No pressure, just talking. That's how learning should be. Fun and relaxed. As we talk, I notice something. I'm not focusing on my mistakes. I'm just speaking. That's the best way to improve. After some time, we go for a walk. We talk about everything, our families, our favorite foods, and our plans for the weekend. I don't worry about making mistakes. I just speak slowly and clearly. We laugh a lot. I'm enjoying this. I realize that speaking doesn't need to be perfect. What matters is being able to express myself. Later, Ahmed says, "You're improving. You speak clearly." I smile and thank him. I feel proud of how far I've come. It's not about being perfect. It's about practicing and staying confident. When we say goodbye, I feel happy. Speaking with someone who understands me makes a big difference. It's much easier to practice when you're having fun. I walk home, thinking about how much I've learned today. Every conversation, no matter how small, helps me grow. At home, I pick up my book again. I read a short story. It's easy to understand, and the words are simple. I try to read out loud like I did with Ahmed. I pay attention to the rhythm of the words and try to speak like the characters in the story. The more I speak, the more comfortable I feel. I know I will make mistakes, but that's okay. I am learning. By the time it's evening, I feel good about my progress. Speaking every day makes me more confident. Tomorrow, I will practice again. I can see it now, small steps, but I'm moving forward. Every conversation brings me closer to speaking fluently. I'm ready for tomorrow. Chapter 8. Learning from Mistakes. Today is a big day. I'm going to try speaking English with someone new. I'm a little nervous, but I know I've been practicing a lot. It's time to put everything into action. I meet Sarah at the cafe. She's a native speaker, and I've been looking forward to this moment. She smiles when she sees me. I smile back, feeling a little excited. "Hi," I say. How are you? I'm good. How about you? Sarah replies. We start talking about the weather. It's sunny today, and we both agree that it's the perfect day for a walk. But I feel a bit nervous. My heart is beating faster than usual. I know I'm about to make mistakes, but I tell myself, it's okay. That's how I learn. I start telling her about my trip to the beach last month. I went with my family, I say. It was very fun. She looks at me and says, "What did you do at the beach?" I think for a second. We swim, play volleyball, and eat snacks, I say. But then I realize I made a mistake. It should be we swam instead of we swim. I feel a little embarrassed, but I don't stop. Sarah doesn't mind. That sounds like fun, she says with a smile. I love the beach too. I smile back. Even though I made a mistake, Sarah wasn't upset. She just kept the conversation going. That makes me feel better. Then, Sarah asks me about my favorite foods. I start talking about pizza. I love pizza, I say. My favorite topping is cheese. After a pause, Sarah says, "Oh, I thought you were going to say pepperoni." I laugh. I like pepperoni too, but cheese is the best. We talk more about food. I realize I'm not thinking too much about my mistakes. I'm just enjoying the conversation. Mistakes happen, and it's okay. As we continue talking, I make a few more errors. I mix up some words, and sometimes my sentences aren't perfect. But Sarah always understands me. She corrects me gently when I make a mistake, but she never makes me feel bad about it. At the end of the conversation, I feel proud of myself. I spoke with someone new, and I learned a lot from the experience. The mistakes I made were just steps toward getting better. I walk home thinking about how much I've improved. It's easy to worry about making mistakes, but the more I practice, the more I realize that mistakes are part of learning. When I get home, I open my notebook. I write down the words I got wrong today. I think about how I can use them next time. I know that every mistake is a chance to get better. I know that learning a new language isn't easy. There will be days when I feel frustrated, but as long as I keep practicing, I will keep getting better. Tomorrow, I'll practice again, and the next day. Mistakes? They're just part of the journey. I'll keep moving forward, step by step.